Today, I am sacrificing a pair of my own shoes for this video. You see, I've gotten the question a lot down the comment section asking, hey guys, can you cut apart or take apart a pair of to boot New York shoes and let us know if they are worth the $400 plus price tag? Well, you're in luck because I happen to own a pair. I've had them about 15 years, and today I'm going to take them completely apart, resole them, and I will let you know, are they worth the $400? So, without further ado, let's get to it. So I got this pair of to boot New York shoes about 15 years ago, and it's before I got into this business, so I didn't know a whole lot about shoes. I just really liked the way that they looked, and yeah, they were pretty expensive at the time. I actually got mine almost brand new on eBay. Came with the shoe bags, everything. They had barely been worn, so I got them at a much cheaper price. But like I said, I'm willing to cut these open today to let you guys know if to boot New York is a popular, or is it worth the money. So let's go. Okay guys, so I have both heel blocks off, and surprisingly, they are both stacked leather. You know, I started pulling it apart, and as I was doing it, it was in little stacked pieces. And so for $400, so far, I'm surprised, good deal. It's got stacked leather heel blocks. Does this look like a $400 shoe? I don't think so. I knew this was what it was going to look like. I don't know. I just did. I've done enough of these over the years. This is what I was kind of expecting. I'm just thankful I bought them off eBay for like half the price. But yeah, it's a typical Blake Stitch shoe. It's a faux welt that just is glued on there, and that's about it. So let's keep digging in. Let's see what else we got. And like a lot of other shoes that you guys may have seen on this this channel, a lot of these Blake Stitch shoes have this. Pretty much just a compressed paperboard type of insole. So the front half is just pure paper. I was sanding away some of that little, soft insert it had in there, and this is literally just paper. And then from the back half, it is almost like a hard, I don't know, sort of like a hard paper slash plasticky material. You can see the shank in there where it's almost melted into it. And that's the part that's stiff. And again, the front half is just compressed paper. So I've decided I want to replace my little insert piece with cork. I I don't know. I mean, you could replace it with several things. You've seen us use that pour-on stuff before. We've used hot cork. We've got the sheet cork. And because it's just this small little piece, I'm just going to do the sheet cork. And I'm actually going to have to sand this down a little bit because that paper is like paper thin. And this would be too thick. But this is what I'm going to go with. So I'm going to put a little glue just around the edge of the sole here, and then I'm going to put some on the welt. And this is just the way that we like to do it. It just, when you're doing separate welts and those welts are not attached to the shoe, it's easy to get them out of place. So this is just the way that we like to do it. Okay guys, so we have to give a little time for the glue to set up on that leather, but while it is doing that, let me tell you real quick about a brand that you guys seem to really like a lot, and so do we, and that is Anson belts. Now guys, we've been talking about Anson belts for a number of years now, and the reason for that is one, we love Anson belts, they're a great company, but two, it's because you guys keep buying them. You ladies and gents out there, we see your comments down in the comment section all the time talking about how many Anson belts you own and how much you enjoy them. Guys, what makes Anson so great is a one-size-fits-all belt system, which means if you're losing weight, if you're gaining weight, and with a lot of leather belts, you have to punch additional holes in there just to make the belt fit. With Anson, you don't have to do that. When you get your Anson belt in, all you do, you take the belt out of the box, you wrap it around yourself. You find out, hey, where does this belt fit on me? You mark that spot. You take a pair of scissors, you cut it off, you attach the buckle on there, you snap it in place, and then you let the micro adjustable ratchet system do its job. You simply click in and you'll hear the little ratcheting clicking going on as you fit it into place. Bada bing, bada boom, the belt is done. It is that simple. And another great thing about Anson belts is you can mix and match. You can buy from different collections of theirs. They have different box sets, and they also come with a lifetime guarantee. Now guys, Anson belts are fashionable, functional, and affordable. And they have so many different variations of styles, colors, and materials that when it comes to their straps and buckles, there are literally 10,000 different belt combinations that you can create. Now, one of the things that I really like about Anson is that the straps come in real leathers, canvas, nylon, cloth, micro suede. They even have vegan and other premium limited edition materials. Now guys, Heath and I both own several Anson belts. We recently got some more for ourselves because there were several pairs of leather dress shoes that I have that I did not have leather belts that match that shoe. So I went on to Anson. I got a couple of different leather straps that match those shoes, got them in the mail, bam, now that's perfect match. I simply take whichever belt buckle I want, I pop it off, put the new one on. It's perfect. Anson Belt and Buckle has been in business for 15 years and has over 30,000 five-star reviews. They make an incredible product and they have amazing customer service. They also make a great gift for anyone. So whether you're a man, a woman, or any age, Anson Belts has something for you. Now, ladies and gents, after this video, make sure you go to Anson Belt and I will put the link down below. Go grab yourself a buckle and a strap. Or heck, get several buckles and straps. And that's the great thing about them is you can mix and match with your outfit. So you're going to want to get plenty because trust me, you're going to have a lot of outfits out there and Anson has you covered for those outfits to come. All right, so what I basically did was took a trace of the original sole and then I'm just going to walk the welt around this line. And then if all goes well, you should have the welt in the exact same location that it was originally. All right, we're about to sand these down. It is early in the morning here filming this. As you can see, early morning sun is beating through that window. It gets a little hot out here, but I'm gonna take a quick swig of my petrol fuel. Gotta get my day started. All right, now we're just gonna sand the edges off of this, make it nice and clean like I did this one here. And then we'll continue on, get these soles put on this pair of shoes. I went ahead and put the heel blocks on. I didn't show that part, no biggie, just put a little glue on there, stuck them, pressed them. Now I'm gonna put the nails in from the inside. Since this is a Blake stitch shoe, a lot of times they go in from the inside. And then once they do that, we'll be putting the top lifts on, get the edge dressing on, polish the shoes, almost done. So this pair of shoes has been resoled. Now, the last thing I want to do is just polish these up, but I want to show you, if you have to choose one other than conditioner, one color cream to have in your repertoire, let me show you real quick what you need to pick. The one color I would choose is a neutral. And the great thing about a neutral is, I mean, you can see that this has white stitches around it. It has very light stitching around the edge here. And as long as your shoes don't have scuffs on them, the neutral is just a good color to be able to use on any color shoe. And it's my go-to for a lot of the shoes that we repair here. So let's go ahead and get some of this on there and wrap this up. Okay, this pair of to boot New York shoes has been completed. Now, guys, real quick, before I tell you what I think about this brand and the quality of these shoes, if you enjoyed this video, guys, leave us a thumbs up down below. It doesn't cost you anything. It takes one quick second. Go go ahead and do that real quick. It really does help the videos grow. I know it's annoying, everybody says it, but it really does help. Also, if you enjoy this sort of thing, subscribe to the channel. Again, it doesn't cost a thing, and we'd really appreciate it. Okay, what do I think about these $400 to boot New York shoes? As I've mentioned during the video, they're definitely not, in my humble opinion, worth $400. Now, again, this was my pair of shoes, and as I mentioned before, I got them off of eBay at a used price. They were barely worn, almost perfectly brand new when I got them, but I got them at like half the price. And I think that's the route you go if you really want it. Now, again, to each his own. If you want to pay $400 for this brand, that is completely up to you. But I just didn't think they were worth the price tag. Now, one of the things that I didn't mention was the upper leather. Now, like with a lot of these Italian-made shoes that are Blake stitch like this, I do think the uppers are really nice quality leather. Very soft, very smooth, it is very nice upper leather. But the rest of the shoe, no, sorry, I think it falls short of the $400 price tag. Also, one of the things I do want to mention about To Boot New York's, there are a lot of shoes that we have that people send in to us that look a lot like my style, but they have rubber soles, rubber heels. It's almost like a one-piece rubber. I think personally, those are even worse. I think you can get those a lot of times at some of the discounted luxury stores. And again, if it's one of those things that they're not too expensive and you want to get them, great. But if you're looking for a shoe that can be resoled and redone, I would stay away from the rubber soled To Boot shoes. Now, as far as this one goes, guys, I just want to take them apart really so you could see them. They weren't in terrible shape, but I went ahead and put on some JR soles that had on the little rubber studs. It'll give me a little more traction on the bottoms when I walk. Also put JR top lifts on the back. I wouldn't just keep it the longevity on these. I do wear these shoes a lot, especially when I go to church or just out to dinner with my wife. So I'm hoping this resole will last several years. Outside of that, I just polished them, not a whole lot, not a big, I didn't do a whole lot to this pair of shoes. And I think they turned out looking great. So anyways, guys, that's the short of it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that answers your questions for a lot of you folks out there asking about To Boot New York shoes. And that just about does it. If you have any questions about what brands of shoes do or are recommended under that $400 price range, I will put a video right after this one. Make sure you click on it, and it goes into some of the brands that we recommend for under that price point. So anyways, that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, y'all have a good one.